Hi, everybody. I'm James Cronenberg. I'm very concerned about a bill that the Attorney General in Ohio, Republican, is putting together um, regarding the death penalty. They plan on using nitrogen to murder people on death row. We need to take a stand against on how they're going to kill people and support doing away with the death penalty, which is also sponsored by Republicans. But if that doesn't pass, they're going to put a mask over prisoners to kill them. If you're watching this via Facebook or any other social media, if you could say hi so I know that people are watching. Um, I left a phone call. I talked to Senator Craig's office. They oppose it. Senator Michelle Reynolds, who's a Republican, opposes, what they're going to do to kill people. This Today I switched parties to become a Democrat because of issues like this. So I'm a conservative Democrat. The Democrats have been a lot kinder to me over the years because of my past. They have an obligation. The Senate has an obligation to meet with us no matter what. Um, and I am asking people to contact their legislators to oppose this bill. I can't find a bill number yet. Senator Craig's office is supposed to send me a copy of the bill, and you can probably um, do away with the bill. Do away with this effort if we have people pulling together. So if you know people, please ask them to call their Senate, their state reps, and ask them to oppose a bill to use gas to murder those behind bars on death row. I know several people on death row, and a couple of them claim their innocence, which I do believe they're innocent. So are we ready to execute an innocent man and then find out later that he's innocent, then the state gets a suit against them and lose millions? So we're asking for support. If we can find enough people, I have Charles Keith that is willing to come to Columbus. If we could get 5 pastors or more together in one room and legislators, he'll come down and share his views and why we should not pass this type of bill. Charles Keith's brother was on death row and was commuted by Governor Strickland years ago. He is an innocent man convicted of a murder. And he would like to come down and share with you why the death penalty is wrong and morally it's wrong. Republicans claim they're pro-life to natural death. Natural death means dying on their own without being put to death through any type of execution. Alabama already passed this type of law to execute with gas. There's states that are doing hanging now. I hear there's states that's using the gas chamber, or maybe it's the gas they put over their mask. It's one of them. But they're bringing back some of the old time executions. I think some of the states also brought back the electric chair, and that's something you could Google up on how do states execute. I do believe innocent people have been put to death. I read an article a couple years ago about a man that they found later that he was not guilty of the crime, and the family won a lot of money through that state. And it bothers me that we as Ohioans would tolerate this. We need the Christians behind us, those that know that people can change. That does not mean everyone should walk out of prison, but if we put somebody to death and then we find out that they may not have committed the murder, if there's that little doubt behind if they're guilty or not, I don't care what a jury says or a judge says, but if there's any little doubt that a person is innocent and then you put him to death, you're as bad as he was when he killed someone. And I really believe if you support the death penalty in the Senate or judges, you're as bad as the person that committed the murder because you're killing him, and that's murder. So we need to get people together and rally together. This summer I'll plan a protest opposing the death penalty. I did not want to come to you advocating, but when I saw on Channel 4 today what they're planning on doing, Victoria Barger called me and told me about it. Then I turned on the TV. I was dumbfounded that the Senate would even consider such an inhumane way of murdering those on death row. If you want to contact me, you can through my email, which is hopeforthecommunity2024@gmail.com. Again, that is hopeforthecommunity2024@gmail.com. And share if you would get involved in helping our efforts to stop executions in the state of Ohio. Some states already voted to stop executions in their states. And a lot of times Ohio is one of the last states that will follow suit on this. Again, folks, please have compassion. Write and call your state senator and state rep and ask them to oppose the death penalty and don't use gas as a means of execution. That's no difference, in my opinion, as lethal injection. I'm not a doctor, but it seems very, very inhumane to me. I appreciate everybody for watching today, and I thank you in advance for your compassion.